It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and he's the final Stampede Wrestling heavyweight champion of the world. My co-host,
Tyler, the labia stretcher fudge. I stretch your woman, just the labia. I love to twirl it. I love to play with it. I love to pull it. I love all the things to do with the labia. Especially go over on it. So yeah, fuck your labia. I'm the champ.
Like to make it tap out? Do you put it in the chicken wing, cross-face chicken wing?
I do. I put it in the cross labia chicken wing.
Should be a pickup line, yeah. Pick up women.
Hey, you want to get put in the cross labia chicken wing?
Cross labia chicken wing. Suplex Any Limits available for listening wherever fine podcasts are found. You can follow me on the show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at The Federation if you like the show. Why the fuck wouldn't you? You can buy a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. There's many sizes, many designs. I don't want to read the t-shirt thing today.
Fuck it.
And or
you can get t-shirts.
You can donate on. You can just buy them. Come on, we get money. It's all good. Or you can donate on Patreon as little as $1 a month. Get yourself a shout out, like our friends Casey, the Wrestling Soup Podcast, Mizcast, Infamous Chris Savage, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni Tyloni, Insane Ian Jackson, Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz, or even Kick-Ass Keith Martin. This week on the Pod Smokers Wrestling Pod on the Internet, the podcast of the Immortals. The Immortals. Fuck. I celebrated getting podcast in there halfway through and fucked up the end. How about that?
Hey man, can't win them all.
Yeah. We've already achieved the first part of our goal, getting high as fuck. So now all we have to do is talk about wrestling. What do we got this week?
We've
Raw, SmackDown?
Raw, SmackDown, NXT. You know, just it's the usual rigmarole. Raw and SmackDown were the same show essentially. So
got Jared's hot takes,
bitching with burbs.
Got a voicemail from somebody who attended the New Japan show in Australia.
For them Aussie guys. Now we just
yesterday or today, or I don't know what the fucking day it is over there, but no less.
6 weeks ago minus 6 hours. I don't know.
So we may as well get into it. Start off with some news.
This week in the news, Elgin files for defamation. Swan is released from the WWE, and get out the Shira Shake. Mahi Bali Shira signs with WWE. Over to you, Jim.
And I told him, that son of a bitch, if you want me to fuck that dog, it's going to cost you a lot more. This is the news. Sorry. The fuck?
I think you're supposed to text that, Jim, to somebody to say it on air. But I mean, how much were they offering you to fuck that dog?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Sorry. That's right. I didn't know the song was over that fast.
I tried, fans. I tried.
What do you got this week? Not a lot of news. Kind of a slow week.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just like tidbits. You know what I mean? You did have Michael Elgin filed for defamation of character against Moses Malone. That's the chick that was going on Twitter talking about how like he knew that this guy was raping this chick or whatever.
Why wouldn't you just fucking let it be at this point? Like, what? Am I wrong? I mean,
No.
Even if you were wrong, like, she has texts of you saying fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Just shut up.
Leave sleeping lions be. Just go. Just go on with your life. You just signed a new 2-year New Japan contract. Just keep it going, man.
I don't know what the fuck he's trying to do.
Like, if what she said hasn't ruined his character now, I mean, you know, like, there's not much else she can really say.
Well, you always fucking said he was an asshole on the show. You've always talked shit on that dude.
I have. I haven't gotten charged for defamation, so everything I say must be true.
Yeah, watch out, dude. You better watch out. He's gonna fucking sue you.
Maybe I should start tweeting at him.
I don't know if you can sue us for defamation. We need to say allegedly a lot more, probably.
I think I'm allowed. There's freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say if I think you're a piece of shit.
I suppose you're right.
It's when if I started saying, like, you said this, you know, like, or you did this. It's like, no, you're a piece of shit, bro.
People, there's reports backstage, evidently, that WWE is willing to offer Rob Gronkowski a similar deal to Ronda Rousey. Not shitting you.
I just as soon blow my brains out.
That's my thoughts.
He's retiring, evidently, from football.
Because why? Because he's horrible?
Oh my god! Well, no, he's a great football player.
Is he?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, but he's
That's
just a fucking doofus. Like, are him and Mojo going to be like? They should be Hype Bros 2000, man. That's my pitch for their gimmick.
Bros 2000.
Yeah.
They would be a better Hype Bros than Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley. That's for sure.
I actually thought that wasn't that bad of a fucking, like, you know, mid-card face tag team, honestly.
No, I agree with you. I wasn't completely sold on it by no means, but I didn't hate it. It was like, okay, well, at least this team is going to go over on this team, and it's not going to be a horrible match.
Yeah. I mean, just remember when they turned Mojo heel, and I was like, this is the death blow, and everyone's like, well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Do you want to follow up on that now?
He did have that one promo. That was good.
I love that. That's the bear. For whether or not he had one good promo, dude. That's the state of WWE these days, right?
You know what though? The reason why that like stands out so much is because most people don't have one good promo.
Well, I give you that.
That's just a sign of the shape of the business side of things, really, if you ask me.
Yeah. There's evidently rumors going around that Jeff Jarrett is going to be in the Hall of Fame. That's never going to happen.
Apparently, the rumor goes something like there was a list shown last week of possible Hall of Fame inductions, and Jeff Jarrett's name was on the list. It wasn't that he might go in. It was, hey, these are names that we're willing to put in. Are these okay? And it made the list.
That's crazy. I guess they just paid for his rehab.
Yeah, they did, yes. Yeah.
Fuck Jeff Jarrett. I wouldn't. I mean, that their Hall of Fame means shit, but like, really, Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah. To me, I think it's one of those things where it's a nice story for them. They helped the drug user, and their way that they can say it is on the Hall of Fame. It's not because they like Jeff Jarrett or thinks that he deserves it. It's basically like a stunt. More than
he held him up for money, so
yeah. He left a couple times too, you know, like it's just sour grapes all around.
For me, I mean, maybe some people like him, or I have no respect for that dude. To me, he never did anything. Like,
no. Who's the guy that said broke 10,000 guitars, never drew a dime? Mike Graham.
Yeah,
that guy's spot on, man.
Just Jerry Jarrett's son. At the end of the day, you know.
Well, yeah.
If he wasn't Jerry Jarrett's son,
nothing would have ever come from it.
No, probably not.
No, because, I mean, let's face it, Jerry Jarrett was the takeover of the WWF and Vince went to jail, right? Yeah. So that tells you who Jerry Jarrett was. But yeah, he also, he ran Memphis with Jerry Lawler or something like that, wasn't it? One of those
don't
territories?
drag me into the in-depth shit of the Southern stuff, man.
Oh, I don't know, but I'm Canadian, so I could be ignorant, right? We got Stampede Wrestling. Woo!
Right. Paige has a new boyfriend, a rumored boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't know who this band is, but this further cements that she is a groupie.
I guess they're called Attila?
Sure, man. Attila the Hunt.
He's a bass player,
right?
Not a guitar
right?
player.
This is how she's fallen. She's fallen to bass player level.
5 years ago, she'd have been able to get the singer, but now she's on to bass players, and soon she'll be on to drummers.
Yeah, you know what's worse? I'm a bass player. And I agree. Never once have I had a chick say, "Oh, you play bass, mean? Let me fuck you." It does never happen.
That's true, man. So I don't know. I don't know why that was news, really. I guess I figured we would make jokes about it being, offensive jokes, I guess, but I don't really have any offhand.
Well, all the page jokes seem to be worn out by now. Like all I can
Like
say
a pussy.
is, all I can say is, I feel sorry for the guy that has the.
Wants to date her, dude. Why do you want to date her?
Right, exactly. I wouldn't want to do that. To me, it's like I'd fuck her just to see what it's like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but yeah,
I think I'd have an aneurysm having to listen to her speak. To be completely honest with you.
You guys are just slut shaming right now, and that's not cool. That's insensitive. Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I don't want to stick my dick into something where I don't even know half where it's been. Sorry. I'm sorry if I don't want herpes, or better yet, AIDS. She did fuck Alberto Del Rio.
What she's got. Speaking of herpes, probably Ric Flair.
Oh yes.
Put out a
Space Mountain sexual consent form kind of deal.
Yeah, a pre-coitus contract. He was selling it briefly. That didn't seem like a good idea.
No.
I first saw it and I was like, really?
Better yet, make it a shirt.
Did he make a shirt?
No, he should though. I'd buy it.
But like, who bought this, dude?
I don't know. You could just like I could look at it on a website and just make my own version of it and print it off.
Yeah.
Right? It's why? Who cares?
Yeah.
We also have there's a rumor that dual branded pay-per-views might be leaving post WrestleMania, or we'll be getting dual branded pay-per-views instead of split.
I think that's the deal. Absolutely. I thought that was like confirmed and done.
Oh, I have no idea. I just seen it rumored all around.
I think that's the case, man.
Hopefully, it'll make it a lot easier to watch. Those shows would be 10 times better if it's the best of both brands instead of, getting a Mojo Rawley match or some bullshit like that,
Yeah, but it gives you a lot less. A lot of those guys got to get on shows and shit now.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, but if they'd done a good enough job, they'd make it to these shows too.
Yeah, but you have two. I mean, look at how many belts you have. You're not even going to be able to, get all of those on one show.
They don't even do that now, unless it's WrestleMania. The Cruiserweight title barely makes the main show. Barely.
Dude, what do you say right now? Do you want to go? That's going to absolutely be on the WrestleMania pre-show again.
Oh yeah, easily. Especially if it's going to be any of the guys that are in it now. You know what I mean?
It's going to be Buddy Murphy, dude.
Right? Do you really think Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy are going to be? It's going to be a match on the WrestleMania? If you fucking think that, dude, you might as well shoot yourself in the head right now and get over with the misery in life because you are dumb. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Sorry for anybody that was contemplating doing it, and if I pushed you over the edge, I'm really sorry. Yeah. Tell your mom.
All this shit now, you hear the news about Lucha Underground.
Yeah, they moved to a shadier part of LA.
Is it shadier than the other one? The other one.
I heard it described as the old temple was in a grimy part of LA. The new temple is in a very bad part of LA.
Well, I mean, a young girl got shot in the head a couple blocks from the old temple, while they were filming. I don't know if they were filming at the time, but
wow,
around that time.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I wouldn't go. You wouldn't pay me enough money to go to a Lucha Underground taping.
Yeah,
not a chance.
It's part of Union Central Cold Storage in downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, so I was like, is there heat? You know what I mean?
It looks fucking awesome in there.
It does. I've seen the picture. It's pretty cool.
I guess there's a catwalk that goes all the way around the top.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah. There's going to be more fucking fans in the building. They're going to have, the band platform will be back.
I think they sold all the tickets already, too, or damn near all the tickets.
That's awesome. I hope Glacier shows up, dude. Just one Glacier.
Joey Janela with Glacier. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Joey Janela in this.
You know, Joey Janela's wrestling the great Sasuke coming up.
Is he really?
Yeah, dude.
My good God, this guy literally has some of the best shows. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a whack job, fucking weird ass show, but man, is it good? Like, cool looking on paper.
It starts at like fucking midnight too, right?
Yeah.
So
I know people that have gone, and they just said it's just a wild fucking time.
yeah. There you go. It's about all I've got for news.
Io Shirai may be on Impact's radar, and that's the only way they'll ever get me to watch again, is if they get that lady in.
Oh, we could talk about the fact that our girl is gone already, dude.
Oh, Hanaya, because she refused to do the quick job to Rosemary, or she didn't want to.
I don't know. It wasn't Rosemary. It was
Was it somebody else?
Oh God,
Allie?
Sue Young. They have an Asian girl in there.
Oh yeah, Sue Young. Yeah. No, it was Sue Young. They try. Sue Young pretends she's Asian, but she's native.
Oh yeah, right.
And she's Rich Swan's wife, who got fired from the WWE this week. I suppose we haven't talked about that.
How did we not talk about
How did we not talk about this? The Rodney King of WWE.
Jesus Christ. He's already got appearances. He's going to be on
Really?
House of Hardcore.
Oh, so they must have lifted his no compete clause then, I guess?
Or maybe it's set for 90 days away. I didn't look too much into it, really, because I don't watch House of Hardcore, man.
I don't either.
There's a lot of wrestling already.
Yeah. I mean, even though it's on Twitch, you know, it's
I think Wrestle Circus had a show on Twitch last night.
Oh, fucking, that was the match with fucking Brian Cage and, was it Evilise?
Oh, I have no idea.
I believe that was the match.
I ended up playing 7 Days to Die for 8 hours last night.
You played 7 Days to Die for 8 hours, and I watched the PJs for 7 to 8 hours. So, I mean, we both had a good Friday night.
Yeah. Do you ever find yourself, like, while I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, like, I got to sit here and just, like, get fucked up and play 7 Days to Die for 8 hours with my friend online. And some people thought, like, you know, having kids and shit was a good idea.
Right? Yeah, exactly. No, man. No kids.
I'm
no
telling
kids
you, man. If you're a younger guy and you're, like, not sure about these things, think about it, man, really.
Yeah. Just think about what you can't do anymore.
Exactly. Right. But hey,
you know, like, you can always get an old folks home. Your kid's not going to take care of you when you get old. He's just going to put you somewhere.
that just turned 16 and hates you.
Yeah.
It's like he hated your parents when you were 16.
Exactly. And knowing me, I'd probably fuck that kid up, you know? Subliminally do something that just eats away at his core.
Yeah. I mean, if your kid turns out to be a shitbag, right?
Right, exactly. Who wants that on their, like, who wants their kid to be that kid from Florida?
Exactly, right?
Right? Like, can you imagine? That's as far as we'll get into it, but a well-timed joke.
Yeah. Jesus. So that's all we got for that. Yeah, New Japan ran a show in Australia. They've been running some house shows there, and we have a first-hand account, so should probably check in with Viva La JD and see what he has to say about it.
And before we check in with him, just so you know, the views expressed by Viva La JD do not necessarily reflect the views of Suplex City Limits, because I have no idea what he's going to say, but I've heard what you said he said. So
I don't know. That's the thing. We play all these segments on here. Just a reminder. Jared's hot takes, bitching with burbs, all this shit. We've never heard it. So
no. There's no screen.
And we're not going to edit it after the fact.
No, I'm too lazy for that. Well, I mean, I'm just not going to do it. Right?
All right, let's check in with Viva La JD.
What's up, Father Muckers? Aviva Lugjati here with DJ Tolpa, and we went to the Melbourne New Japan show for whatever the hell they're calling this Australian tour, and we got to say the wonderful catchphrase of...
what am I saying? Fuck the revivals?
Something like that. Anyway, so we got to see Japanese people kick Australian people in the head because a lot of this card was freaking New Japan people like Bullet Club, Losing, Blaze, LIJ for short, freaking Chaos, and God knows what else there were. Fight members of TMDK, the Mighty Don't Kneel. So, you know, I go and pay money to see Japanese people kick each other in the head, and instead I have to watch Japanese people kick Australians in the head. Seems kind of racist to me. They come into my country and kick the crap out of other Australians. Seems legit. Anyway, what did you think of it, dude?
It was pretty sick. Like, there was like people flying around, like doing like front flips and stuff on each other.
I think you meant the Young Bucks, bro.
Yeah, those guys were mad. No, what was that other guy who did like the hectic flips at the end?
Omega?
Yeah, no, it was that other dude.
Which other dude?
Like,
Rocky, what's his face?
What is
whoever it
this?
was, he was doing hectic.
In the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rocky friggin' the dude who friggin' manages Roppongi 3K.
The one
Yeah,
dude
and there was,
doesn't
like,
watch
3
wrestling.
hurricanes.
I'm assuming.
Yep, Hurricane Runners are a thing. Anyway, dudes, we got a very slight rundown of a preview of Kenny versus Okada 4, which was legit as hell. And then all we need to know is that the Bullet Club is fine. And then Omega calls Cody a useless, fake son of a bitch or some crap. And...
He just called him fake.
What was that?
I think he just called him fake.
I don't freaking remember. And then friggin' other stuff happened, and yeah, met Suzuki, that was cool. Got to hold an ROH title, that was cool. And we got to watch Knife Pervert do his thing.
Switchblade. The Crow in the making.
Yeah, Knife Pervert. By the way, just going to say this very quickly. His belt is a lot prettier in person than what I thought it was going to be.
How long is
I
this?
wasn't going to pay money to hold that thing, though, so stuff off.
40 minutes,
Yeah, I was
40
kind of
40
confused
minutes.
though. What G's like entrance movie? There was like this bit where it was like standing in a room like cutting red yarn with like a knife.
It was
What,
freaking
40
made out of light. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? It's like Dream Threats or something. Maybe it's Freddy Krueger.
I thought it was just like yarn. At first I was like, oh, it's like Mission Impossible. He's gonna like dodge some lasers. Then he just starts cutting him. I'm like, oh, this is stupid.
Guys, we have figured this out. Knife Pervert is one of the Mission Impossible cast. Anyway, guys, that is essentially a very quick rundown as to what we thought of the New Japan show. It was legit and... like, it was actually just a lot of fun. We didn't really take too much notes. Well, I didn't anyway, because I was too busy watching, as I said, my country get kicked in the face by Japanese people. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace. Talk to you later.
That was a kind of longish recap.
Of a card, we have no idea what happened. But it is very interesting to know that it was a lot of Japanese versus Australian guys. It's a little odd.
I guess the deal there, too, is that his friend is not real a wrestling fan, but he convinced him to go to it anyway. So
Yes.
some of that take was by somebody who really doesn't know shit about it. So that's cool. It's good to know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good that
if you could
everybody
take somebody
can
who
do it.
doesn't like watch wrestling or care about wrestling and like go to a show and like, do they have fun? Did they have fun? If they did, then that's successful, right?
I've done it twice, and each time it was successful. I did it once with a buddy of mine in Edmonton, and he was just hook, line, and sinker into it. Like, the bad guys would come out and he'd boo him, and he'd get up and be like, oh, fuck you, blah, 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 right? Shit like that. And that brought another guy that just was in awe of what they were doing.
Yeah, Mrs. Vicious doesn't give a shit about wrestling. She knows who the WWE people are just from kind of being around, you know, and kind of watching in the background and shit like that. But went to a house show and she was like, she had a fucking blast, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
one
a fun
time it was
thing.
like we're rallying the baby, and she's like going crazy. And she looks over at me like mid, you know, just screaming and going nuts. She's like, "Why are we doing this?" So
It's fun, man.
Still
It's
fun to be in.
I think that's what made wrestling what it was before. Back in the day when you wanted to watch wrestling, you were watching, you know, live. You know, like there wasn't much on TV. So you know, it's the
WWE
atmosphere.
shows, you got to make your own fucking fun.
Exactly. Even though the house shows are much more fun than the television tapings.
I would never go to a Raw or SmackDown, but I would absolutely go to a house show.
I've went to a Raw. It's not fun. I've went to a house show. It's much, much better. I don't know what a pay. I guess WrestleMania was fun, minus it being so long. But I mean, that's just all action. So it's much like going to a house show.
There you go.
But
I went to a bunch of they come here. I went to some old house shows too, like old WWE with like fucking Batista, Triple H. I remember the first guy out was Val Venus.
oh, as the big Valboski.
Mm-hmm. I popped, dude. I popped for the hello, ladies.
Dude, like back in the day when you're watching old school WWF, not old school, but like in the Ruthless Aggression era, like in 2002, there was a short-lived tag team between Hardcore Holly and Val Venus. They were fucking great because Val Venus was a workhorse back then. He was great.
I like Val Venus, dude.
Me too. I'm a big fan. Not now. Captain Canvas, go fuck himself. But Sean Moore is cool.
Fair enough. What else? Are we going to get into top 3? Are we going to do that?
No, we didn't.
Suplex City Limits Top 3.
Suplex City Limits top 3 are top 3 matches of the week. You want to take us through or what?
Sure. We our first one would be Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong for the UK title for NXT this week. To me, Jim, if this week wasn't this week, this match wouldn't be on it. I wasn't that big of a fan of it. What was your thoughts on it? Like, I thought it was a good match for what it was, but we've seen so many of these matches that this one just didn't hold up to it.
I mean, I thought it was I thought it was a good match. I thought it was really good compared to, the bullshit, right? I mean, compared to,
oh, yeah.
It's better than anything you'll see on, Raw or SmackDown.
I'll agree with that, but it's I don't know, to me, I thought this match just pales in comparison from, the Tyler Bate match that he had, or, I feel like I've seen a lot better of these matches.
Strong had a better match with the Tommy last week.
Yes, he did.
Also in our top 3, by the way.
I agree, and maybe that's why that I didn't really enjoy this one so much, because I did really enjoy the hell out of a Tommy and Strong.
Yeah. Anyway, it's still the top 3 match of the week, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then we have Drew Gulak and just another guy, Tony Nese.
Just another guy.
The match was great. I love Drew Gulak as the technical wrestler. I like how he's grown the beard back now instead of having that weird face.
Weird face. What do you think Nese is going to do when Ricochet shows up with an equally impressive set of abs?
I think Tony Nese is going to be exactly what he is now, just another guy.
Just another guy, Tony Nese.
Yeah. I fucking hate him, man. I think he's so bland, so boring. Oh,
I mean, I'm not much for Gulak either, really, with his style and shit, the mat-based style. It's not really my cup of tea.
No,
He's great at it.
Yes. For me, I don't mind it when it's just a little bit. You know what I mean? If I had to watch a whole show of mat-based wrestling, I'd probably hang myself. But, just to see one match, I don't mind. Especially when in WWE, we barely get one match a week that's like that.
Did you hear this? Oh, my God. Nese, he's a fucking idiot. Somebody's outside of the apartment building I live in, just banging on the glass.
What?
Like nonstop. Like our glass door.
Oh, like outside your apartment building?
Yeah, because our building's locked.
I thought you were saying that Tony Nese was outside of the apartment building banging on windows. I was like...
Tony Nese is banging on my windows.
At Castle Vicious?
Yeah, Castle Vicious. Castle Vicious is surrounded by a bunch of other fucking castles full of retards. Anyway, there's a near fall. Thanks for ruining our podcast, you fucking cunt.
Actually, I quite enjoyed it.
So Nice gets a near full on him, right? And Nice just sits there afterward, and the ref's like, "Get angry, get angry, get angry," and then Nice like freaks out.
Yeah, he's boring. He just doesn't know what to do.
He doesn't know to get angry after a fucking near fall.
I bet if you put a pussy in front of his face, he would not know what to do. He'd just look at you as like, what am I doing?
Doesn't know what to do. Tony Nese. That's his other gimmick.
Yeah, just another guy that doesn't know shit. Tony Nese.
I mean, you have to have a chubby fucking Asian ref tell you how to do. Holy shit.
Right? Come on.
Because I started watching, anything that's on the network or stuff like that, I watch with my headphones on, rather than a conventional TV speaker setup. So I hear a lot more shit, actually.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, you fucking hear everything. So I can hear the ref talking to guys and shit all the time. So another good part from this I really enjoyed was fucking Nice does a crazy dive. That was insane. But at one point, Gulak goes after him.
flop.
Yeah.
I love the
Gulak goes after him, and he's like, where are you going, Tony? Where are you going, Tony? And some kid's just like, he's laying on the ground. And just hear this one kid, because it's so quiet in there. You could say anything, and it's going to fucking pick up, dude.
Yeah, it's a shame that this crowd is not behind. Because, this show, it's just 3 straight weeks where the show has been really good.
Yeah.
And we might as well get into the rest of that show just quickly right now. You had Mark Andrews and Akira Tozawa. It was a good match. Mark Andrews didn't really do his high-flying stuff, but that was about it. And then we got great...
Why? Wait a minute, why, though?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's not even like he was working heel.
That seemed to me to be a match that was agented by somebody. Instead of just letting those guys go out there and do something, they had some asshole tell them "Oh, you guys got to do all this fucking slow bullshit." It's not what they're supposed to be doing.
No, not at all.
Those two guys, Tozawa and him, should have been fucking
balls to the wall.
The fucking
of course. I mean, fuck. It's not hard. It's not hard to do, But Mark Andrews wins, and he's going on. Which kind of disappoints me because I really do like Akira Tozawa.
Really surprised me.
Yeah.
Tozawa's one of the only dudes on that show to get anything over whatsoever.
Yeah, and it was like, damn you for trying.
Yeah.
And then we get a video. Oh, sorry. No.
No, I just thought that. Do you see that? Do that? I don't think he intended to do that dive, but Tozawa did that crazy fucking dive and ended up hitting and doing a roll out of it, man. Dude, he almost landed on his fucking head. It was crazy.
It was so fucking crazy. I thought it was great. It's just the impact too. It looked like it hurt. The impact of him hitting. It's oof.
And I usually do like Mark Andrews. Well, I don't like his gimmick or his fucking shitty band, but
Junior.
I usually like him in the ring. But he needs to fucking bring the high flying shit if that's what we're doing here.
Exactly.
It's imagine bored me.
Well, and then when you look at it too, it's not even the match was or the show had high flying in it. It's as if they purposely wanted to do an episode without high flying to see how it did compared to the other ones.
Yeah, it sucks. Just don't do it.
Yeah. No, when we like cruiserweights, it was Psychosis, Juventud, Ray, all these guys. Now, if you had a cruiserweight division that was full of Dean Malenkos, I wouldn't be into it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, fucking Dean Malenko and fucking Benoit.
Yeah, there's a reason why Benoit and Eddie went to the heavyweight division, because that's where you do that shit. You don't do it in the cruiserweight division. Maybe one or two guys could do it, but not a full roster of it.
Yeah. What else do you want to do? Gallagher had a interview, and Drake Maverick comes in and tells him to show up in actual gear next week. So they're continuing to take all of the nonsense out of this show, which I appreciate.
Piece by fucking piece.
Piece by piece.
Yeah. There's no such thing as wiping the slate clean. It's every week. It's visibly, okay, you're changing, and they'll just tell you.
Yeah. What about this Buddy Murphy fucking video and shit? I wonder if he's going over Daivari next week.
Oh,
holy
of course
shit!
He is.
Huh?
Of course he is.
I know. I was being sarcastic.
And in my opinion, go over Daivari. I'm not a fan of Daivari.
I mean,
myself.
he's a good dude. He's
not for a cruiserweight division.
Yeah, from what I've understood, he works around here. He did work around here all the time. His brother's from around here and shit. So
yeah, he's got that school with King Anderson.
He hasn't done a lot as far as in the cruiserweight division, but what about Barty Murphy, man? They're gonna finally try to do something with this guy. He was the better of the ass fuck twins.
He's much better, much better.
They did show a little of the ass fuck twins, and that was
disappointing.
A couple of people tweeted me about it. They're like, "Oh, he talked about the ass fuck twins." Yeah, we've got to talk about them in forever, man.
I know. Like Wesley Blake is nowhere to be seen, and thank God, because that guy's I don't like him. This is just something that I really don't. Buddy Murphy was always my favorite out of the two, and ooh, there's a knock on your door, Mr. Jim.
On my window. On
your window?
Holy shit!
You're gonna get. This is weird. Guys, we've got a situation playing out on our hands.
We might have to pause it here so I can go see what the fuck's going on, dude.
Yeah, no, that's sure. Okay, we're back.
And we're back. Man, they've really upped the effort they put into selling Girl Scout cookies. I'll tell you what.
I cannot wait.
Oh shit! It was lawyers for fucking Elgin. They're here to sue us.
Oh shit!
No, some guy locked himself out of the building,
and he wanted to get back in.
I guess
so he's knocking on people's
wearing
windows.
These thin pants, man. I'm freezing. Like I don't know. I don't even know if he lives here, really. So,
Jim, you just gave some guy squatters' rights.
Well, I told him, I was like, I don't, anything that happens outside of here, I don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? So, outside of my apartment. So, yeah, he was, I guess, running around banging on, like, fucking people's windows and shit. I'm like, that's going pretty far, man. But I guess if you're freezing to death.
No wonder nobody was letting you in. Come on, they thought you were a fucking loon.
Exactly. But no less. They didn't look like he lost weight. It did kind of look like he lost weight, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It does seem like it. But I mean, who's to say he was over 205 to begin with? Who knows?
I mean, it's sensible. Like they've put a fucking mock weigh-in for this video. Come on, that's a little bit of dedication. I like that.
Yeah. I thought they did a good job at introducing him.
Yeah.
They got to do something with him. He's Alexa Bliss's husband, right? So,
he got so much on the line, right? Because if he got released, he'd have to go back and he would lose that shit.
Right? And who wants to lose that shitter? Nobody.
Yeah.
So
I don't think she's as hot as everybody fucking.
Oh, I do.
Everybody's like, oh my god, she's the fucking hottest. I'm like,
I'd eat peanut butter out of her asshole.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat food out of her ass, but probably not brown food.
Too close.
But whatever. That was pretty much it, right? And also, still no fucking brackets. Honestly, dude.
Yeah, that's disappointing. But
we're just doing whatever we want every week. We're just kind of doing whatever. So
yeah. They can't fix it all.
Who starts a tournament over months and then doesn't have fucking brackets?
A tournament that has a tournament that's ran by people that have no idea what they're doing right now. It's just like, man, we're just flying by the seat of our pants, bro. And you see how much better
two little
it
guys
is?
do we have back there? Fucking bring them out here. I just thought it was weird taking like, some effort toward pushing this guy. It was like, I guess we'll see. And then we had another top 3 match.
Yes. The 5-way from Raw, which I'm not completely ready for. What was that 5-way, Jim?
I don't know. We could talk about it when we get to Raw.
I'm just trying to get the people that's in it here. Hold on now. Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy, Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, and Seth Rollins. So,
yeah.
I'm going to sneeze. I'm sure of it. I feel it.
It's going to happen.
At some point in time.
In this match, I thought Balor was the most over of the bunch.
Yeah.
But one little thing I love too is they go for this fucking Tower of Doom spot, and thank you, Bray Wyatt. He saves us from it. I was just so happy to see him fucking just ruin the Tower of Doom spot.
Well, what do you mean? He was a part of it.
No, the second time he was, but the first time the rest of them were going to go for one, and he came in and broke it up. And I was like, great, thank you. Because I fucking hate that spot.
I get you. I was blowing my nose, just so you know.
We heard. We all heard.
You what? How did you hear?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we did. It doesn't matter.
I fucking turned my volume all the way down. Fuck.
At one point, I totally forgot Cruz was there. All of a sudden, there's like a pinfall attempt at Cruz on it. I was like, holy fuck, Cruz. Cruz is in this match.
Cruz is still alive.
Yeah.
He's still smiling.
So at the end of this, Balor and Rollins both pin Wyatt, which is like so Bray Wyatt, isn't it? It's like the most Bray Wyatt thing
The
ever.
eater of pins eats 2 pins.
I've got a thirst to get pins. It can't be fulfilled.
Pin me, Finn. Pin my pussy, Finn.
Pin my pussy.
Yeah.
And then at the end, too, it's like, at least at the end, I was like, this is fucking stupid. But I was like, you've got something for next week. Hour later on Twitter, they're like, oh, yeah, they're both going to be in the match.
I know. That's what I said, too, because, like, I had my review written, right? Okay, so this is how I ended my review. I have no problem with them baiting us to come back next week to find out the verdict. That is, unless they announce it on social media. Now that would be a waste. Turns out, 15 minutes after writing this, they announced on Twitter that both men will be added to the Elimination Chamber. Fuck me.
Dude, fuck all this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck all this shit. Fuck all these dudes in all these matches.
Jim, even on SmackDown, okay, as soon as SmackDown started, I said to myself, they're gonna put Baron and Ziggler into that match at Fastlane because they did that on Raw. That's their thing now. They just copy shit, and it's like, that's why they're splitting them up for the. I was like, oh fuck! And it's just
It might not even be done over there. They might fucking put somebody else in there too. Who fucking knows?
Oh, who knows? But they didn't. Yeah, they did announce a 5-way before. They were like, it leaked that there was a 5-way just with different people.
Fucking dog shit sandwiches.
It really is. Really fucking is.
Where the fuck should we go from here?
We can do Raw if you want, or how about we do a bitchin' with Burbs?
Let's check in with our good buddy Burbs. MC Burberry, Welsh rap sensation, man among men.
He has millions of views on YouTube.
Cockney crumpet, accented. No, I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, shit. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oops, that didn't work.
It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and he's the final Stampede Wrestling heavyweight champion of the world. My co-host.
Tyler, the labia stretcher fudge. I stretch your woman, just the labia. I love to twirl it. I love to play with it. I love to pull it. I love all the things to do with the labia. Especially go over on it. So yeah, fuck your labia. I'm the champ.
Like to make it tap out? Do you put it in the chicken wing, cross-face chicken wing?
I do. I put it in the cross labia chicken wing.
Should be a pickup line, yeah. Pick up women.
Hey, you want to get put in the cross labia chicken wing?
Cross labia chicken wing. Suplex City Limits available for listening wherever fine podcasts are found. You can follow me on the show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at The Federation if you like the show. Why the fuck wouldn't you? You can buy a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. There's many sizes, many designs. I don't want to read the t-shirt thing today.
Fuck it.
And or
you can get t-shirts.
You can donate on. You can just buy them. Come on, we get money. It's all good. Or you can donate on Patreon as little as $1 a month. Get yourself a shout out, like our friends Casey, the Wrestling Soup Podcast, Mizcast, Infamous Chris Savage, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni Tyloni, Insane Ian Jackson, Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz, or even Kick-Ass Keith Martin. This week on the Podsmokers Wrestling Pod on the Internet, the podcast of the Immortals. The Immortals. Fuck. I celebrated getting podcast in there halfway through and fucked up the end. How about that?
Hey, man, can't win them all.
Yeah. We've already achieved the first part of our goal, getting high as fuck. So now all we have to do is talk about wrestling. What do we got this week?
We've
Raw, SmackDown?
Raw, SmackDown, NXT. You know, just it's the usual rigmarole. Raw and SmackDown were the same show essentially. So
Got Jared's hot takes,
bitching with burbs.
Got a voicemail from somebody who attended the New Japan show in Australia
For them Aussie guys. Now we just need them to come to
yesterday
Canada.
or today, or I don't know what the fucking day it is over there, but no less.
6 weeks ago minus 6 hours. I don't know.
So we may as well get into it. Start off with some news.
This week in the news, Elgin files for defamation. Swan is released from the WWE, and
Do that by, it comes down on chains and it lifts up by chains. They just have to lift one half of it up. It'd be totally possible to do. They need to do that shit. That is a fucking opportunity.
It's true.
Waiting right
They really
there.
do.
First a car, then a truck or tractor if you're a dickhead, and now a chamber. That would be sick as fuck, and you know it. WWE celebrating Black History Month this month, and it was nice of them to have Seth Rollins there as the spokesperson, talking about equality of all races and that. But it got me thinking, was it the cute little school trip that taught him that? Or was it maybe his Nazi ex-girlfriend? SmackDown this week, they called it the land of opportunity, more like the land of copy and fucking paste. If they do a women's spastic match on Raw, women's handicap match on Raw, they do a women's handicap match on SmackDown. If they do a no one gives a shit about these fuckers in the ring battle royal on Raw, they'll do a no one gives a shit about these fuckers in the ring battle royal on SmackDown. They'll do a fatal 4-way on Raw, they'll do a fatal 4-way on SmackDown, and they'll do it in the same fucking week. And what's so fatal about a fatal 4-way? They do them all the time. Ooh, you lost your opportunity. Ooh, what a fatality. You'll have another chance next fucking week. They'll make another one. Do they honestly expect me to believe that this top 10 ranking system thing's legit when Ty Dillinger is number fucking 10? That's very convenient, innit? But listen, if it is real, Jinder Mahal's got the right idea. You want to get Randy Orton in the top 3 unless you want a fat shit in your bag. And Paige, she's already fucking someone else, some little fucking twink out of a boy band. Mate, everyone's talking about how sexy and fit she is. Trust me, I reckon she's got a pussy like an empty headlock. And speaking of empty headlock, the only thing that's looser than Paige's pussy has to be John Cena's STF. That thing looks so fucking weak. I swear to you right now, that fucking Make-A-Wish kid in the front row could have put on a better one. Right, I'm gonna stop because I can't help myself. Look, Raw was shit, SmackDown was worse, and nothing's really happened this week apart from this dickhead taking the spotlight from everyone. I've seen enough of him, and I'm sure you've probably heard enough of me, so I'm out. Peace.
Fuck.
man,
Kills it dead, the motherfucker. MC Burberry. Follow him on Twitter, Burberry Beats with 3s instead of E's. Check out his music.
at the end of the
very
show,
good shit.
we'll have a new Burberry track at the end of the show.
Yeah. It's got a special music surprise at the end, yeah. So check him out. Show him some love. Fucking kills it every week, man.
Oh man, it's better than us.
He hit it on it, though. He hit on what we were just saying, where they repeat everything from the shows.
Yeah.
What else? What are the points? He makes so many points, like, so rapid that it's hard to fucking...
It's vigor. It just vigorously hits you, and you laugh, and then when it's over, it's like, what did I just listen to?
You know, I was like, you try to think of things to be like, oh yeah, we should talk about that, and then I just like forget about everything because it's so fucking rapid fire. Good shit from Burbs.
That's great.
Yeah. Talk about some Raw if you want.
Yes, we can.
Monday Night Raw was in San Jose, California, the hometown of Bayley.
Yes.
I believe last time she was there, she lost the belt to Alexa Bliss.
That is exactly what happened the last time she was there, sir. You are exactly right.
Oh, God. Why? What do you think about this, man? This show, I thought Burbs nailed it. I thought this show sucked and SmackDown was worse.
Yeah, no, I agree. This show, it really had nothing to show for it. John Cena, The Miz, that was awkward at best. John Cena just seems like he's missing like 6 steps.
What's going on, dude? Yeah,
I think it's his time away. He just, he's probably only had like 4 matches in the last 6 months.
He's looked like shit. He's looked lost out there.
Yeah.
But I hate the whole idea of he isn't sure he's got another road to WrestleMania. And he also, he throws a little, WrestleMania can whatever bring back a dead man or something like that.
Yeah,
or bring back
that Taker is going to be his match, basically.
Dude, for the love of God, please no.
Oh, you know what's happening, buddy. You fucking know it.
I don't want it, dude.
I know.
I wanted Undertaker to retire like a decade ago. For the last 10 years, every year I'm like, fuck this guy. Maybe not 10 years, but for a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. The last time I really enjoyed a Taker match would be the Triple H Taker Hell in a Cell match. With Shawn
But is he going to come back and he's going to come back and beat Cena? Or not?
I think no.
Or is he going to lose again?
Of course he's going to lose. Cena's not losing to the Taker. Not a chance. Not a chance. He's got another world title to win, Jim.
Like there's a story of him who was like, oh yeah, he was 21-0 at WrestleMania, and then he lost 3 in a row, and they were all awful. Did you watch that the 24 about WrestleMania?
I did.
Or no, whatever. It's not 24. 365 or whatever it is.
Same thing. But yeah, I watched
whatever
it.
The fuck it is.
Those are all the same show with
like,
a different name.
He said they're like, oh, you don't want to be the old guy who's this and that. I'm like, you are that fucking old guy.
Yeah, you have been that old guy for years now, sir.
Yeah, you have stayed beyond your fucking prime. You are ruining your legacy. That match at fucking WrestleMania last year was a fucking embarrassment, dude.
I think I've blocked it in my memory. Who did he face?
Reigns. Robot Reigns, yeah.
Yes.
That match sucked dick.
It did. Imagine going to WrestleMania Live and seeing Undertaker and Bray Wyatt in daytime.
Yeah.
That's bad.
It sucked too. But yeah, they have the loser enters Elimination Chamber first. But is it just me, or is Axel turning more into Arn Anderson every day? Like he's slowly.
Now he just needs the polo shirt.
I feel like someone needs to check the DNA on him. He needs to do a 23andMe, because I don't know if he's Kurt's kid as much as he's probably Arn's.
23andMe. That's
great. Yeah, dude.
Does it bother you at all that the guy that won this match is the guy that wasn't even awake for the announcement of the match?
Yeah.
How stupid did that come off, too? Like, Miz attacks John Cena, knocks him out. Kurt Angle comes out and says, oh, you want that match? That match is on. It's like, what? You fucking piece of shit.
Fucking, what else we have here? Woken Matt, nothing. Deletion Chamber.
No, yeah, Deletion Chamber.
Gallows and Anderson had an on-screen neurometer.
Before we go, just let me trace back. No matter which way you put it, this will always come back as a Holocaust joke. Deletion Chamber, that works as well.
I think they call it No Way Out over there. Isn't that what they call it?
I think they just call it the Chamber,
No Escape.
don't they? Is it?
That was like No Escape.
I know they used to call it the Chamber.
That doesn't need fucking much better.
No, I know.
I don't know if they called it that.
I think for a year. I think like the year they decided to change it, it was just the Chamber, and they might have changed it to No Way Out.
So, but yeah, they had the nerdometer on screen. How about that? Yeah. Also, those shirts, dude. When I see them wearing this shirt, all that tells me is like the person who wears this shirt
is a nerd.
Right? Because that's what it is. It shows a nerd meter full. So
it's a shirt you give to somebody.
Yeah, right? I don't understand.
I don't either.
You're telling me you're a nerd? They take on the Revival, and the Revival win. It's just 50-50 booking City on this.
Like always. I mean,
Can you believe how much they've?
do.
Can you believe how much they fucking fumbled their team, the Revival? Oh my god!
It is
There's a team that was like
No Escape, by the way.
Yeah, No Escape. Right?
Yeah, it was No Way Out in 2010, 2011, 2012, and it's been No Escape ever since.
See, motherfucker. Look at that. I've fucking been smoking pot all day, and I still pulled that out of my fucking ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's why I'm doing the podcast, and that's why you're listening, motherfuckers.
you talking to me?
Not you. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just being an asshole.
Fucking hell.
What else we have here? Oh, dude. I enjoyed that the crowd cheered Jordan being injured.
Yeah.
He hurt his neck, and he'll be out of WrestleMania. Yay!
Yeah, and then Kurt berates the crowd for being mean to his son. And
It's funny that they knew that was going to happen.
Oh yeah, and then he polls the crowd and sees, "Do you want to see Seth Rollins?" It's like, fuck you, man. You just shit on him, and then you're asking for their opinion. Come on. But it's also even stupider. Seth Rollins to just walk down and be like, "I want to be in this match." It's like,
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
We get into Sasha, or was that Sasha and Bailey? Yeah, Sasha and Bailey. They built this for they've kind of pissed around with it for a long time, but they didn't really build this to a match, did they?
No.
Last week was like a tiny bit of dissension, and this week is like, it's the match. Oh.
Yeah, they wanted Bailey to come in down with a San Jose Shark on her pants and get a win.
They let her win in her hometown.
Yeah, they let her win in her hometown.
At the end, where it's like, are they going to fight? Are they gonna shake hands?
It's take the
Nia
heat
Jax
off her.
comes out. Nia Jax comes out and flattens them for what?
Yeah, for to make her look strong going in against Asuka so she can eat a pin.
Yeah, but it's like, why would she attack these two? They have nothing to do with her.
Yeah, I don't know. She did cut the promo after where she's saying those two have taken Asuka to their limits and look how fast I knocked them down.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, okay, cool. You're a bad guy. I get it.
You should probably focus on Asuka, who's not on this show, by the way. But
Well, on SmackDown, I don't think AJ Styles was even on the show.
Well, I'll have to look at the notes. I don't remember.
Yeah. We got
Rollins.
Did you see the graphic for the Fatal 5-Way match that showed after Sasha Banks and Bailey? That had the missing, it had the question mark on the who's going to be the fifth contender. It's like, bitch, Seth Rollins has already said he's the fifth member. And, why do you have a graphic saying there's a mystery fifth member when Seth Rollins came down and was like, hey, I want to be in this match? Why? That's why this show sucks so much, because they don't even have their asses together to be able to even figure out. It's like, oh, why would we need this graphic when he's doing this? Or it's just not being written. It's like everything is being changed as they're going on. It's stupid. It's just horrible.
Yeah. I also thought Reigns and Rollins laughing about eliminating each other in the Royal Rumble. That's so silly.
Yeah. Yeah, they both just sound like cocks.
Well, you remember when you eliminated me from that thing? Yeah, dude. Instead of us working together to be the last two, and fucking...
dude, that crushed my soul, man.
Fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
They're going to be breaking up soon, obviously. They're going to have a match or something. They got to.
Yeah. The only Asuka presence was in a video, which was pretty good.
It was a good video, I will say.
No. Titus Worldwide. I don't like him as much now that they made Dana cover her udders up. I liked when her big floppy ass fucking tits are out.
While she's dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Cruz did show some good steps in his promo abilities and his character, because he was entertaining. But I mean, this Cruz can't lose shit. That's got to go.
Especially considering all he does is lose.
Yeah. Yeah, if Bray Wyatt is the eater of pins, I would hate to see what Apollo Crews is.
He gets pinned all the time.
He does. He just
the return of Biscuit Butt, dude. Still trying.
I know. How awkward was that? You know what? You've got the vision in my head now of Titus O'Neil pinning Apollo Crews against the wall and kissing him like he kisses his son on the mouth.
Oh man, that's disturbing shit.
It is. It is.
He kissed his son. Looks like Leo Rush. Gay. I'm sorry, but that is fucking weird to me. I don't have kids, I guess, but like, I don't think he kissed a fucking like 13, 14-year-old boy on the mouth. That's fucked up.
Titus O'Neil will do with his lips what he wants.
Like, I mean, no one kissed me. No men were kissing me on my lips when I was 14. No matter how hard I tried.
No, I didn't even have aunts that kissed me on the lips. It was always on the cheek.
I tried to get my old man to kiss me on the lips all the time. He wouldn't go for it, man. Oh God! What the fuck? Did you see?
Give me a kiss.
Did you see who was not in ring gear 1 week after I said, why the fuck is this bitch still in ring gear?
I can't even open my eyes now, but it's Paige, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
I don't even know where we are right now, bro.
I got you, Ben.
Okay.
I got you.
What a laughing fit that was. That was great.
Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville take on Bliss and James, where Rose pins Mickey. Bell to bell, 4 minutes. Women's Evolution.
Yeah, and really, like, the main stories you can tell in this match are the dissension between the babyface heel combo, and that's nowhere to be found. They just lose just cause. Okay, cool.
4 minutes, dude. So you can talk about revolutions and evolutions and devolutions. You still got 4 minutes on Raw.
Yeah, that's all you're getting.
All right, dude. I've been waiting this whole week for me and you to probably disagree on this next segment. Elias and Strowman.
You know what I want? I want to talk to Samson.
Oh shit! What did you think of this?
The Braun Strowman. I'm going to assume because I'm sure I loved it. I thought it was so entertaining, but I know that your curmudgeon old ass is just going to be like, I fucking didn't like it.
I hated it, and I knew that you would like it.
Yeah. Because I can see it. I understand it. He's no longer the monster Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I don't care if he's a monster, and I know it kind of hurts his allure as a monster. But I really like the comedy aspect of it.
It would be one thing if I was like trying to say, oh, you know, he should be a monster. But they're making him a monster. Like just 2 weeks ago, he fucking ripped out a set on people and he flipped a fucking semi or a tractor if you're a dickhead, like fucking Burb said. So it's not like I'm projecting that. That's what they're doing. You go from having this guy be a monster, killing people, to like, oh, and then 2 weeks later he's going to play an upright bass or a cello or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was much better at the singing than Elias was.
Yeah, he can sing better than Elias, that's for sure.
And I will say that the imagery of Braun Strowman holding a stand-up bass like an acoustic guitar is absolutely fascinating.
It's good, but it's confusing. Like, what are you trying to do with him here? Are you trying to make him a monster? Are you trying to...
I think they're trying to go the way of the lovable monster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Andre the Giant.
Because the show's for 5-year-olds, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. They got to get the kids back somehow, right? They've lost all the kids. It's a kids show that has their main audience are from fucking, 20 to 50. It's a kids show.
That's the thing, right? Like most of the people watching are like older wrestling fans. Yet the show's for fucking kids.
Yeah. So
but I think it was that they saw what he did on Mixed Match Challenge. Someone did, and they're like, "Oh, we can do funny shit with him." So.
And yeah, that's more than likely what it was. But I mean, I understand it completely. But I just really enjoyed it. It's like I enjoyed the Elf parody that he did as well.
Yeah. Reigns and shit defeats Sheamus. I don't know why that was a match, but
Yeah, I mean, Sheamus with his spinal stenosis doing all that shit. I mean, it's, hey man, you know what, man? If you die, you die. It's all on you.
if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, then he dies.
Ivory Hall of Fame video even showed some shit from Glow. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I thought, I mean, Ivory is really nothing in the grand scheme of things.
They even showed like some China shit. Do you see that?
Yeah, they're
going to put her in the Hall of Fame.
They
Fucking
will.
mark my words.
But like, think about it this way now. That China match. Do you know what that China match was?
No, I don't give.
It was like 2-minute squash. China wins.
Great. Yeah.
Really, they're not going to talk about that though. But that was such a great moment in her career. It's like, come on, give it a break.
No.
Ivory was probably one of the better women's wrestlers they had when, Sable was around and shit like that. Still, even in the Ruthless Aggression era where they had Molly Holly and Trish Stratus, Ivory was still good.
Best of the worst.
Yeah. And but nowadays it's like, okay, cool, but they didn't really capitalize on her enough to make her feel like she's important. But I mean, I can understand why they're putting her in there.
Not somebody I would put in the Suplex City Limits Hall of Fame.
No.
Which you can check out on our Facebook page under the albums section. I have topped it off. We are at 149, which matches our episode right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We
If you have some people you think should be in our Hall of Fame, hit me up and I'll tell you why you're wrong. No,
I'll tell you why
there's
your
a ton of people
opinions
we
don't mean
need,
shit.
so just don't be offended if I say, no to Brutus the Barber or something.
Oh my god. Ed Leslie.
Yeah, no Ultimate Warrior.
No Hulk Hogan. Or is there a Hulk Hogan? No, there's no Hulk Hogan.
No, there's no Hulk Hogan. Maybe someday. But I'm probably going to wait for him to die first. like what WWE does, they'll just wait for somebody to die before they put him in, like China.
Yeah. Macho Man's dead. He can't fuck Steph no more. So let's put him
Yeah, exactly. Now we'll put him in. And we talked about the main event, and how stupid their handling of the result was. So
Yeah.
that was Raw. I didn't think it was very good. I thought that main event was okay.
Yeah, the main event was probably the best WWE television match they had all week, like for Raw and
Oh,
SmackDown.
definitely. Yeah.
But I mean, when you put it in the grand scheme of things, it was nothing really.
Is this anything? No.
No.
It's not. So that's that. And now let's check in with our buddy Jared for some Jared's hot takes.
Jared's hot takes.
Bang! It's your boy, JHT. That's Jared's Hot Takes. I gotta whisper this week because I'm actually in jury duty. I gotta be real quick with this Jared's Hot Takes, but this is how important it is to me. I had to get this out to you fans. This Jared's Hot Takes. I am 100% not supposed to be doing this right now, but this is how dedicated I am to each and every one of you fans of the Suplex City Limits. Here we go. Hot take number 1. By the way, this week's Jared's Hot Takes, the JHT, is Foster energy drink. It sounds like Monster. It's not. It's Foster. It is an energy drink made through slave labor from foster kids. It is mostly just foster kids' tears and caffeine, but you can get it for 88 cents a can. Go to FosterEnergyDrink.com. Again, that's FosterEnergyDrink.com. Hot take number 1. Everybody keeps talking. Everybody keeps talking about Rey Mysterio versus Jushin Thunder Liger at Strong Style Evolved here in America for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Everybody's talking about it, but I'm going to say this. I already seen this match. It was 21 years ago. It was better then than it'll be now. I like Jushin Thunder Liger, but let's face it. He can't go anymore. He is 105 years old, and Rey Mysterio's got half a knee. This match is not going to be very good. I'm telling you right here, right now. Hey, do you have a phone? No, I don't got no phone. I can see you got a phone. I do not. I don't. You gotta put that down. Put what down? What, you wanna fight me? Fight me? Come on, let's go.
Is that it?
That's it. Tune in next week to see if Jarrett got out of jury duty alive, I guess.
You only had one hot take this week.
Yeah. The system, man. They're against us. They're trying to kill us.
Jared's Hot Takes brought to you by our boy Jared. Follow him on Twitter at JaredPPVT2. Check him out on the other show that I do with him. It's called Pay-Per-View Take 2.
Hence the
And
PPV Take 2.
Capital Combat 90, Return of RoboCop is up on the SCL channel. Next month, well, later this month, WrestleMania 4.
Oh, nice. WrestleMania 4. That is...
it is the tournament.
Yes. Oh, right.
I haven't watched it yet, so... I mean, I watched it back in the day, but, you know.
You didn't have your Booker's hat on then, though.
Yeah, and I was like fucking 8 probably, so. But yeah, we'll be doing that on the channel coming up soon. So I guess we'll talk about a little SmackDown. I have very little to say about this show. SD Live from a undisclosed California location.
Didn't even realize that.
I actually did look it up, but I guess I forgot to take it down. I forget where it was. San Bernardino or something. I don't fucking know.
Oh, they
didn't care to tell us.
I must say though, if we didn't have the Burbs track for the closing, if this was San Bernardino, I would know which one to play. There's a killer.
I don't even know if it was.
There's a killer Frank Zappa song called San Bernardino. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's right, but it was somewhere in California. They didn't want you to know where, so fuck them.
No,
we won't talk about where.
It wasn't on their approved towns list.
Yeah. We open this show with a fucking record scratch. Dolph Ziggler walks out to silence. Then his music cuts in any fucking way. What a start to a show.
Yeah. It, to me, it was, I like the route that they're going in some ways where they're just starting to show off with a bang. Like starting off with a match instead of a 20-minute promo.
Starting it off with Dolph Ziggler coming out to a record scratch?
Oh, I know. I mean, it's not the most ideal way to start it, but it's better than a promo.
Come up with a shittier way to start the show than that. Using the roster they have. Go.
Jinder Mahal coming out for a match.
I don't know if that would be as bad.
Against Mojo Rawley.
I guess. But to me, Ziggler coming out with that whole thing was just like the worst way to start the show.
They should have gave him like some new music at least.
Yeah, he's still here to show the world. Also, I just want to go ahead and throw a challenge out to that kid behind commentary with the AJ Styles gloves. I'll fight you, dude. I'll fight you. I want a Mania match with that kid.
Why?
I don't know. Just this little kid who's sitting back there with AJ Styles gloves on, like, just being a fucking idiot behind the commentary. I'm just like, oh. Someone slapped that fucking kid. It just irritated me. Grumpy old man.
This just in. Jim doesn't like kids.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I also didn't like Sarah Logan versus Charlotte Flair. Worst match of the week. Worst match of the month. Worst match of the year, possibly.
Jim, I bounced Tyler out of the seat here for a second. That's his name, right? I just know he's the fat one, right? Is it Tyler?
Yeah, this is Tyler Fudge.
You sound a lot skinnier, so I like you a little bit better.
I'm so not skinnier.
But you say Sarah Logan and what was her name? Ric Flair's manly-looking daughter. I couldn't believe that Ric Flair had a manly-looking daughter than I did, and I gave birth to all those, Oh, they didn't look after their mother, that's for sure. Because, they didn't get her teeth, because her teeth are sexy. I love their teeth. But you know what else what I do love about Sir Logan, though? I love how, when, I think about her naked, I see a big beaver, and, I think she'll taste like moose. I love moose meat, and that's a lot of lean meat. And I think her pussy is filled with moose gravy, and
Moose gravy.
Brett would love it. Brett would love it if he didn't switch to the other team with his wife. I think he'd really like beaver meat. Yeah. Yeah.
What did you think of this match?
Well, there was. I watched it twice. Jim, because I fell asleep here in heaven. Because it's balmy in heaven, right? It's never cold in heaven, and I'm from Calgary, and Calgary's cold as fuck, right? And so I fell asleep, and so I had to rewatch it because I thought it was a good match at first. Some good stretching and stuff like that. And, women, I love women. Not manly looking women, though, but bush women. I love bush women. But the match itself, when I seen some of the stuff that these broads are calling women, these hears. This is hears wrestling, Jim. Hears. Just hears. They're horrible.
This is really bad. Really, really bad.
Jim, what was your least favorite spot of the match?
Oh man, I don't know if you got to see it. I don't know if you got in heaven if you have the commercials. Like if you get to watch the show during commercial.
No, I don't get to watch the show during commercials because they, when you make it to heaven, see, you sign an agreement. And there's it's one of those things where if you're nice enough, they'll get rid of all the bullshit in your life, right? And I thought for sure that when I came up here before Martha, that my agreement was going to stop Martha from coming and ruin my existence in heaven, but
not such luck.
No, I just get no commercials.
During commercial, Charlotte goes to kind of like propel herself from the ropes into the ring to grab Logan around the leg and, I don't know, like roll her up. She misses completely, falls flat on her tits in the ring. It was awful. Yeah. I mean, I think some of this too, a lot of people are putting this on Logan. I thought Logan was better than Flair. I thought Flair was the problem here.
Yeah, people think that Charlotte's good because her father was good. People didn't think Brett was, he was, what's some of my sons' names? Not the good ones, not
Bruce?
Bruce, yeah. But Bruce, he was always so stoned and drunk he had to wear sunglasses all the time, right?
Do you only remember the ones who were good in wrestling, Owen and Brett?
Yeah. I consider Davey Boy and Jim Neidhart to be my real sons. Fuck Stu and fuck, what was the other one?
Keith?
Keith, yeah, that's the fire truck driving one, right? I think so. It's the one with the mustache. Yeah, I always told him to shave that fucking mustache, but, I thought it made him look like a fucking queer,
Yeah.
Because, and then all my daughters turned out as hewers, and...
You shouldn't say queer anymore. It's like
in heaven.
That's not a PC word.
In heaven, they said it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Because I'm in heaven. If you follow the good book, Jim, those guys don't get up here, right? Because that's a sin. Right. So I can say what I want because I'm in heaven. Cloud 69, bruh. I learned that from MTV. I watched that there the other day before I fell asleep, bruh.
That's what you learned from bruh. You keep it up with the times.
I try. But then when you tell me that the word queer is not okay anymore. I kind of don't want to keep up with the times.
Well, it's okay here. I'm just saying, like, outside, you know, like, some people don't think that's okay to say.
Well, I'll stretch those queers up. That's what I'll do.
There you go. Do you have anything else before you take off, too?
Well, no. You know, if
I
you
feel like
could
I've been
call
hosting
me,
the show with you today.
if you could call me more often, and I'll get Martha off my back because she says that I don't do nothing. So maybe,
We'll do it.
Yeah. I'll try not to say queer so much next time.
You can say queer here. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
right.
liking you, Jim. That other guy can go fuck himself. That Canadian guy.
Yeah, thanks for swinging by, Stu. Just tell Owen we said hey.
I will tell Owen. He wants to
miss
be
him.
on sometime.
There you go. All right, it's Stu Hart from Cloud 69 in heaven, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Stretch it out.
You know, back in the day when Randy had the firewall protection against Vince Russo,
Yeah.
I really need to figure that out because
I didn't want Vince Russo. I want Stu to come by. His match sucked bad.
It did.
And do you agree with what I'm saying? Like, that it was. Did it seem to you like it was Charlotte, or did it seem like it was Logan? Because I listened to our buddies at Wrestling Soup, and they seemed to think it was Logan. I thought it was Charlotte. I thought she got her outworked here by Logan.
For me, I'd say it was Charlotte was the one that has the memorable misses in the match, but I'm sure it's a little bit of both. But you know, from all I've ever seen of Sarah Logan, she's been decent in the ring. You know,
She gave the mega sell for the finish.
Yeah.
She sold what is the fucking natural selection? She sold that on a headstand. It was good.
Yeah, she RVD'd it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the first time I watched this match, it was, you know, like I'm watching this episode and it's like, you know, I'm not really paying attention to the match. I didn't really see much, and I'm right, and it's like, yeah, I know it was by the numbers match, and then I heard everybody talking. I was like, oh, I must have missed something really big. And I watched it, and I was like, oh boy, this was dog shit.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. From there, Shane and Brian, you know, basically set this up for the 5-way. I can't believe it, but Owens is defeated clean by Corbin.
Yeah.
So that makes it a 4-way.
But I thought this was probably one of Corbin's better matches.
Yeah.
I thought, in my opinion.
Not saying a lot.
It's not.
They have the same top 10 as last week.
Right? Ain't that
And instead of reading it, they just flashed it on the screen. So it's, I think next week you won't even see it probably.
Maybe not, and I hope so. I hope it dies a horrible death. I hope we never see it again.
This whole next segment was the shits.
Oh my
Rude is
God.
out for the U.S. Open Challenge, which is a segment that most people like.
Yep.
And they've managed to shit that away.
Oh, you're fucking right. They did. You're fucking right.
God.
They did. And on top of doing that, are they just trying to make people look stupid? Because you had Jinder Mahal coming out here talking how all these guys, oh, Randy, you're number 9 on the Power Top 10, Randy. And it's like, dude, you're not even on the list.
And dude, Orton immediately starts like, I don't give a fuck about the list. But then he gets mad about the list.
Yeah.
3-way for the U.S., dude. Champ. At least, I wouldn't be surprised if Rusev gets in this. It's going to be a 4-way, probably. They don't have a singles fucking program on this show.
No. And I would imagine it's like they've got these programs in mind to lead into WrestleMania, and they just don't want to use them yet. It's just like, let's just throw everybody together. Road to WrestleMania, everybody will watch anyways.
I forgot it when we were talking about the women's match. Did you see Naomi has a much different entrance now?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, she was out because her and Becky were also ringside. Because it's going to be a 3-on-3 at the pay-per-view. You fucking know it.
Oh, yeah. You'd think they would
she
do
didn't
just
she didn't do the
riot.
black light.
Really?
No.
I fast-forwarded
She came
all the
out
entrances.
with a more rainbow sort of fiasco going on. So
Fair enough.
it wasn't dark. It wasn't blacklight. It was just kind of like a super bright rainbowish sort of deal.
I bet you this is what it was, okay? I bet you she had just gotten a facial from her husband.
Yeah.
And she knew that black light would show all of the cum on her face.
Yeah.
And she said, please no black light tonight. And that's it.
Yeah. Dude. I mean, I would be doing that all the time if I were him.
Oh, you're fucking
That
right.
chick is fucking sexy.
Yeah.
I
don't have a sexy
Yeah, this
thing.
was fucking dumb. RKO on the Sing, 3-way brawl. Mahal Colossus on both, and he stands tall. It's Jinder fucking Mahal.
Yeah.
Transgender Mahal, CEO of the Washa Raja Car Wash.
Next U.S. champ.
Oh my god, I can't wait for the anti-US chants every fire out. Fucking promos already.
Right? Because you know it's coming.
Oh, it was in Bakersfield is where they were at.
Oh.
Because when they come, Big E just says California in the intro.
Really? What a fucking loser.
He tries for the world record pancake eating, which, I thought this was pretty good, but
I was entertained, especially when Big E flashed his tits.
yeah, they're interrupted by Gable and old Jordan. And it sucks. Crowd doesn't care.
Not a bit. Not a fucking bit.
I love that they fuck with the pancakes and Big E goes Incredible Hulk style on them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last week he was wearing ripped up clothes like the Incredible Hulk. This week he just turned into Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Kofi pins Gable.
What would
Holy
you
shit.
actually, before we get into that match, and I'm sure that's about all we got to say about it, is that, but what would you rather, pancakes or waffles?
I take waffles, dude.
See, I'm a pancake guy.
Really?
When I heard him say nobody likes pancakes, in my head I was like, I'll eat pancakes every day.
The crowd fucking ruthlessly booed that.
Yeah.
Pancakes are more over on this show than a lot of fucking groups.
And then they had the black guy say, no, we're getting waffles. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, how to fucking... You couldn't have Chad Gable say that? Just...
Alpha's fucking just done.
Yeah.
Alpha 2.0, whatever you want to call them.
They're... They never even got a name. Just shouting. There's just Benjamin and Gable.
World's second greatest tag team.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's horrible.
This other thing, dude, I don't understand what happened next. You have an Usos vignette, which is actually kind of cool looking and shit.
Yeah.
But it's interrupted when this Bludgeon Brothers smash a TV. So, we were watching
A TV.
a TV super zoomed in, I guess.
Maybe.
I don't-
They could have transitioned it.
Well, they did transition it, but my point is, what the fuck, man? What is the logic behind this?
They use the hammers. We've been clamoring for them to use the hammers. They finally used the hammers. I didn't mind it. I thought it was clever, but I mean, you are a
hate everything.
curmudgeonal fart.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we need that to be a T-shirt.
Yeah, for sure. Zayn and Ziggler, which was mostly commercials.
Yeah, I mean,
Ziggler wins.
you knew what was going to happen. You know what I mean? They're just carbon copying everything on Raw. Once Corbin won, you knew Ziggler was going to win.
Oh, yeah,
There's no
absolutely.
way that they were going to do that.
But yeah, no Styles, no Nakamura.
Nope.
Lana pins Bailey on the mixed match challenge. And another thing that I noticed that nobody's really talking about this week, on Raw, no cruiserweights and no mention of 205 Live. And also on SmackDown, not a single mention of 205 Live.
Yeah. It's weird. Because, well, you look at it in one way. Vince runs SmackDown and Raw. Triple H runs the 205 Live now.
Yeah.
If it goes on Raw or on SmackDown, wouldn't it be Vince's version of it? And so it's probably best to keep it away for now. I would imagine so.
I imagine there aren't going to be any cruiserweight matches on Raw then.
What's that?
There won't be any cruiserweight matches on Raw. They didn't do one this week.
No, maybe. I mean, is it really that bad of a thing. You know what I mean?
I suppose not.
Their matches on Raw are usually tag matches that are 3 minutes long anyways. So.
Yeah. For sure.
But SmackDown sucked. SmackDown was fucking atrocious.
Yeah, it's awful. And the build to this, like, I don't care about anything on this show.
No.
It's not good. Except for, like, Nakamura and Styles and Mania. But in between now and then.
Yeah, that's about it. It's I don't know. I don't really have much to say about this. Like you said before, this SmackDown just soured me to. I really hated this episode, and mainly because of the whole predictability factor of how everything is carbon cloned on each show. It's why should we even watch?
Yeah. Well, there you go, pretty much. NXT, we talked about the UK Championship match.
We talked about the one really good match.
Yeah.
Which
Other than this, I mean,
the main event with Ember Moon and Shane Baszler.
Yeah, right. Which ends in a DQ when Sane comes out for the save.
Yeah. So I would imagine they're going to set up. I don't know, where do you think they're going? A Baszler and Sane match or a three-way match?
I was thinking Baszler and Sane, but yeah, who knows?
Because what would Moon do at that point in time? Because they haven't really picked up anybody for her to go against right now, have they?
No, it's pretty much these two, man. That's the only two I can think of.
And now, mind you,
we
still got a while before we get a NXT show. Like a nice jaunt away.
Yeah. TM61 squash jobbers John Schuyler and Andrew Duckworth, who looked like the exact same guy. Like if you picked the same claw twice in a game, you know,
just get
total creative
the
wrestler.
blue and red version.
Yeah, it was very fucking. And Aleister Black came out in a black suit and had a passable promo. He was interrupted by Killian Dane, who I didn't think he had a very good showing in this. I thought it was, but the match will be good.
Oh yeah, that match should be killer. And they're no strangers to each other either. Both worked for ICW a couple of years ago.
Yeah, should be good.
I think so.
Other than that, you know, we haven't really been watching much Ring of Honor around these parts lately. I don't know.
No.
I look at it and the cards don't look like, what was it, Dalton Castle and Punishment Martinez this week? I was like,
Yeah, that's a solid pass for me. But no, for when I think of Ring of Honor, it's one of those shows like the WWE. I find it easier to watch in one way, and that's because there's more stuff to catch my attention. You know what I mean? There's stuff going on in between. ROH, it's a match, a backstage promo, match, backstage promo, match. Every week. That's just how it goes. It's the same rhyme or reason. No match really stands out more than the other. It's their big shows that make ROH a good watch, not these television shows.
Yeah. It depends what matches they put on. Sometimes in the weekly show will have, you know, a good matchup but yeah, for the most part, it's just kind of.
It's also really hard to watch when Marty Scurll has his IWGP title, and you know what I mean? Like that was 2-3 weeks ago, and he lost that like a month prior.
Yeah.
It just dates it and makes it harder to watch. It's like, oh, this is really old.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. He shouldn't be doing that.
No.
Ring of Honor announced some matches for their upcoming show.
Really? I didn't. All I know of is the Cody and Kenny match for Supercard of Honor. Now, are you talking about what show are you talking about?
Well, I think there's that. Yeah, no, I was incorrect. I'm talking about the New Japan.
Oh, Honor Rising?
Yeah, Honor Rising. There are some matches. These are some really weird matches, man.
Yeah, there's one with Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, and Chase Owens against the Bullet Club. And Chase Owens is in the Bullet Club.
Yeah. How about Goto versus Beer City Bruiser for the Never Openweight Championship?
Who the fuck gave Beer City Bruiser a shot in Japan? Like, really? Who the fuck looked at him and thought that and saw Chung ain't there? What?
Dalton Castle, Jay Lethal, and Taguchi taking on Jay White, Beretta, and Chuck Taylor.
So weird. And then Chuck Taylor or Beretta has a shot at the ROH title.
I think the best thing that they've announced out of this whole deal is Takahashi, Kushida, and Flip Gordon. Here is your chance, Flip. You better fucking show up on this one.
This is your way out of the army. Go to Japan.
This is his fucking chance. With those two guys, you gotta fucking come out and kill it.
I think that match is going to be killer. And if they can do what everybody expects them to do, I think it could be a match that puts Flip Gordon on the mat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The next day, the night 2, you get Omega and Ibushi, dude.
Yeah.
Together
the Golden
again.
Lovers. The Golden Lovers.
Yeah. They take on Cody and Skrull.
That's gonna be fun because I was watching a New Japan documentary, like not like a 15-minute video, and it's the Golden Lovers coming back together and training. It was quite fun. It was just like Kenny and Kota just fucking around in Kota's, I guess, ring that he owns, and just practicing their double team moves and shit and coming up with new ones. It was really cool.
That's awesome. Should be good. Yeah, you mentioned Castle and Veretta for the ROH title. And other than that, it's just a bunch of fucking tag matches and shit, so.
Should be a good show. I'm surprised Cheeseburger's not there.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he not there?
I don't know. I haven't seen or heard anything about him being on the show. But, I mean, the Japanese people seem to love him, so.
He's on the first night. Liger, Delirious, and Cheeseburger taking on Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and... Leo?
Leo? Oh, yeah, Hoka Leo or whatever. That's their other brother.
And then the second night, he's on he's the same thing, basically. Tonga, Loa, and Fale taking on Liger, Delirious, and Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Never open weight 6-man.
Great, yeah. Cheeseburger might win a title because they love just hopping that on somebody. That never 6-man.
I watched some fucking Impact this week, but...
Should I play that music, or was it not that bad?
No, I don't know, man. Don't play the music, but I don't know if I even care to talk about it, honestly. We get into, Sami Callihan and Bobby Lashley. This is blown off already. So, just remember last week I said that they attacked him. I know, but they attacked him in a parking lot, and, here we are already doing the match, and... it was pretty silly. But we talk about the WWE nicknames being shitty. Walking Armageddon is right up there, dude.
Who is that? Is that Bobby Lashley's name?
That's what they call Lashley. Yeah. Walking Armageddon.
Man, that's a fucking doozy of one though. Hey, really? And they had they started this nickname thing.
Yeah.
They did it first. They were the first ones to give everybody nicknames. Like you had the War Machine Rhino, the Monster Abyss, the Phenomenal One AJ Styles, the Charismatic Enigma Jeff Hardy, the Cowboy James Storm, right? Everybody has a nickname in TNA. Then WWE took it, and now TNA is trying to reclaim it, and it's just shit.
Matt and Jeff Christ attack mid-match. And Eddie Edwards is in for the save. I guess it's a return of Eddie Edwards. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he got injured or something.
Impact flashback this week is to a wedding. Allie and Braxton Sutter and Maria Kanellis.
This is with Drunk Mike Bennett. This was the only segment I liked from Impact aside from the broken stuff when I was writing about it.
Yeah. Because there's a bunch of business killing fucking bullshit.
Yeah. But Mike Bennett, he was okay, cool. He can, that's an example of what Mike Bennett can do if he's not being straddled as the cock boyfriend.
I hate this commentary team. Dutt is awful. During this women's match, during Hanaya and Rosemary, he just starts talking about these foreign movies. And in a different, like, they're all titled, you know, with, I don't know, Indian or whatever. And he's just going on and on about this shit. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
I mean,
Like, what? Nobody knows what you're talking about. Nobody.
is Hanaya good enough to call? You know, like, sorry. Like, can you even call Hanaya a match? All I know is like she's fucking hot as hell.
Yeah, she's not very good in the ring, but she is really fucking hot. I follow her on Snapchat. She posts some fucking some slutty snaps. It's pretty fucking tasty.
Nice.
Worth a
Nice.
check out. Anaya attacks post match after losing to Rosemary, and there's
Did you
the
say
fake
Naya?
booze. Hanaya.
Oh, Hanaya. Okay.
And they just have these fake boos put in. It's like the crowd is just sitting there, and there's just boo.
Great stuff.
So, yeah.
Now, okay, I want to skip through the show because there is one match I want to ask your opinion on.
I probably didn't watch it because I quit watching on this show. So
Oh, fair enough.
we'll see if we get there.
We'll see if we'll get.
Tyrus returned. Are you excited?
No, somebody calls Mama.
Yeah, exactly. EC3 and Tyrus defeated Seidel and Johnny Impact. So there you go. EC3 pins the #1 contender to the championship,
And then leaves.
Johnny Impact, on his way out the door.
That sounds so TNA.
Yeah. Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Kong, just still the worst thing on this show, probably. It's up there with this, like, there was this backstage alley shit, which was like she had some secret admirer. Don't even get me started. Brian Cage debuted and killed a jobber named John Cruz.
I would
And I
imagine
think
that's
that's
probably the best thing you can do with him, is have him come in and just destroy somebody at first.
And I quit there. And now that I'm looking at it, why did I quit there? Because
The next
Ishimori
match
defeated Phantasma.
is what I wanted to ask you about. Was this match as good as I hope it was? But I guess we'll never know. Taiji Ishimori defeated El Hijo del Fantasma.
Yeah, if I had known that was on there, I'd have watched it. Fuck.
Yeah. And then, of course,
Goddamn.
it ended with Austin Aries defeating Eli Drake, which I would imagine was a doozy of a match, just because Eli Drake can't work a lick in the ring.
Yeah. Pretty shitty. Well, I'm pissed at myself for missing that match, but
Don't
no
hurt
less.
yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
what's going down on the fucking Federation, man?
The Federation, well, we're still doing we're getting geared up for the new arc, the WCW arc with Sting and Ric Flair. But in the meantime, it basically, there's still audio going up on the Patreon page in the meantime. But, I know not everybody can give money, but it's the only way you're going to get these fucking episodes, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll be back at the end of February with the start of WCW with Fall Brawl 1989.
Love to check that shit out. BowFudge.com, everywhere podcasts are found. If you like this show, you'll definitely like that show. And beyond these shows, if you're looking for more wrestling podcasts in your life, check out our friends at Wrestling Soup, Shooting the Shiznit, The Strap, or Sad Pod. All good people there. Check them out. What else do we have, dude? I think that's about it.
I don't. It's such a lackluster week in wrestling, man. It really was. There was not much really going on.
Is next weekend fucking
Elimination
WWE?
Chamber? Yes.
Elimination Chamber.
Yes, I think that is next weekend. And there's only 3 matches announced.
Huh.
2 Elimination Chamber matches, and I don't know.
I don't even know offhand. I don't even care.
No, fuck no.
But hey, you should come back and listen to us talk
Yeah, you
about
should.
it.
Yeah, of course you should, because we're going to come here, get high as giraffe pussy, right?
Oh, dude,
And just talk
mission
about
accomplished on
wrestling.
that.
Oh yeah. I'm riggedy wrecked.
It's like I love the missus at work today, but when she's off, she hates it. Because Lee and you will start, and she'll wake up kind of when I'm finishing up the show, and I'm just done for the whole day.
Just
She's
ready
like,
to sleep.
Like, you're so fucked up, you can't do anything. I can play Xbox, bitch.
Hey, you want to play some Halo?
Hey, you want to play some 7 Days to Die? Because I'm addicted now. Somebody send for fucking help. Jesus Christ.
You need 7 ways to die. He really does.
Yeah. You can get yourself a shout out at the end of the show here by retweeting our pinned episode on Twitter. Recall, if you will, last week we hit 30 and was like, how about next week 35? You know what we hit? 41.
Fucking hey, buddy.
So, let's get into that shit. Shout outs to all these fine people. John L. Crowder, Johnny Quicksoat, Don Phoney, Gramers, Viva La JD, Awareness Podcast, Sensible Sam, Smart to Death Podcast, Geeks Marks Nerds, Links Kinetic, Wayne G, Bobby Anthem, Keith Martin, he's so defined, he's Lance Levine, JC Sterling, Jay Dune, Cinnabud Podcast, Brian J, Dom Homie, Jeremy Foltz, Leo, Shooting the Shiznit in Spanish and Unstable Podcast, about a breath, The Strap, Chris Savage, Jared, the Bronx Championship, what is this, Champion LPH, Johnny Utah, B-Swing 22, AC Patty, Well Kept and Unclean, Evil Evan, Nick Merrill, EMZT Radio Podcast, Terry Ansell. Man, how many of these can we do? Lockers Podcast, the Mallard Report.
The
Fastest hour. Mallard? The Mallard Report, the fastest hour in paranormal talk radio. There you go. Caleb Morganfield.
We always want to get somebody for a Halloween show for paranormal.
We never do that.
We never do.
Oh, we did that one year.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
That's true.
Doesn't count.
And then Burbs.
Burbs.
I would say let's shoot for 45 next week, but I don't know how many of those we can do. There's some point where it's just like we can't do that.
Well, I mean, you know what? There's at some point in time where maybe I'll have to take over when you lose breath. You know, we could just rapid fire like an auctioneer.
Oh, there you go. I think that's about it, man.
I think we have regurgitated the week in wrestling. If we had to go anywhere further, we'd just be eating said regurgitated wrestling.
On your way out, check out this new track out from listeners of our show, Inhumans, which is B Blades and Bobby Anthem, featuring ya boy MC Burberry. They fucking hit up this track. It's called "How to Chop a Head Off." Video coming soon to YouTube. Those guys don't know that I'm playing their song, by the way.
Well, you know what? Don't hit us with the copyright notice.
Yeah, no. So hopefully it popped them. But check that shit out. And you got anything else before we go? No,
I do not.
Well, that shit's going to do it. We thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Until then, may you get all the dick and or pussy desire. Remember, a winner is you, and be excellent to each other. Peace.
I fire grenades, retire your entire brigade. My squad is like a clan of rabid vampires with AIDS who's hungry for blood. You motherfuckers want to run. You clashing with Titans.
Round one, fight!